Okay, so we will review inequalities and word problems and also inequalities with translation of
Okay.
the verbal to the math. So you see inequalities and word problems, right?
Yes,
So let's
and
go to,
with 23rd on it. So
okay. So we'll start with some word problems. Hello, Maureen.
finally,
So Mercedes, you want to read number one, please?
okay. He said, rich as $60 at most to spend on clothes. He wants to buy a pair of jeans for $22 and spend the rest on t-shirts. Each t-shirt costs $8. How many t-shirts can he buy, sorry? How many t-shirts can he buy? A, write an inequality for the number of t-shirts Rich can buy. How many t-shirts can he buy?
Okay. Now,
Can you buy
based
one
on
first?
what you just read, how do you think you can solve this?
Um, to write the equality is another thing. But,
What?
but to write the equality is another thing I was saying. But to figure out the answers that to me is not too bad.
Okay.
Because first of all, a t-shirt, a jeans for $22, you'll have to subtract it from the $60,
Right.
and then whatever change left, you're going to see if you can use A to divide that, and then you get how much t-shirt.
That's right.
But then to write the equality is another thing. That's my weakness.
Okay. Now, let's look at the $60 at most. What does that mean to you, Mercedes?
The amount of money you have to spend.
Yes. So in terms of inequalities, would that be a greater than, or less than, greater than or equal, or less than or equal?
You mean to the $22?
This, no, the $60 at most.
I would say it's the $60 is greater than or equal to.
Well, he can't spend more than 60,
Oh,
right? So
it
that
is
means a less than or
done.
equal.
Well, okay.
You got it? He can't, 60 is the max. So you can't say
Oh,
greater than. He can't spend greater than what he has.
oh, so to get the no, I get in the
You
understanding.
get it now? So that has to be a
Oh,
less than or equal,
well, okay. The spending must be less than
or
or
equal to
that.
$60.
Okay,
You got
okay.
it? See, I'm trying to show you how you derive the inequality from the verbal here. At
Okay.
most means less than or equal.
At
Remember, I
most.
gave you some
Yes, yes,
common
yes, I
words
remember.
that are in these problems and how you translate them to either
The
greater
words, yes.
than,
You did give us.
less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal. Well, at most means less than or equal, right?
Yes.
Now, verbally, you figured it out. You said he buys a pair of jeans for $22, right? So that's coming out of that $60, right?
Dollar. Yeah.
Now the rest, what would be the rest, the amount?
The amount of money left back, that would be $38.
$38. Very good. So he can, if he buys a pair of jeans for $22 and he has $60, then 60 minus 22 would give you what he has left to buy t-shirts, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now put that in inequality. I'll say these. Now you can use the 60 minus 22, okay?
First was 60 minus 22.
Mhm. Now, where would you put it?
I put 60 first and then put minus uh 22.
Okay, now that amount, what must be less than or equal to that amount?
What would be less than or equal to the no- the, the amount that left back when you deduct 22, that is 38.
Yeah, well, that was follow the inequality, right?
Okay,
So
so
let me just, let's see if I can find an inequality here, less than or equal.
Maureen is on mute, but I'm not hearing her.
I'm here. You hear me?
Oh no, I hear you.
Well, she talking to you, so it ain't she talking to you because she said
Oh,
university, right?
wondering.
I'm listening.
Great.
Okay, okay, I want to get a less than or equal. Okay, let me just grab this less than or equal here and put it back where we were. Okay. All right, so let me just put the less than or equal here. So less than or equal, what follows that? I'll say these, what number follows that?
Estimate. Oh,
Just what you told me, right? 60 minus 22.
22.
Mm.
Oh, you put
Okay,
in front of
now
it.
what goes in front of this? What must be less than? Now you need to pick a variable for your t-shirts, right?
Oh, I could say, let's see. Can you do B?
Yeah, you can use B. So how much is each t-shirt?
$8.
So what would you put here in front of this inequality?
I would put B8 or something like that.
No,
I
no,
don't
you said, well, each t-shirt is $8. You're letting B represent the
know.
t-shirts.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
so you can use any variable you want, but you say let B equal the t-shirts, all right? Let B equal t-shirts. So what will go in front of this inequality?
Um, 32, 38.
No, no, you're talking t-shirts here now.
T-shirt, t-shirt, t-shirt. 8.
And the variable
B.
B, so it would be 8B, right?
Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
so I wouldn't,
no.
I was putting it the wrong place the first thing to
It's right
ask me.
here in front of the inequality. So 8B. So at $8 a t-shirt, $8 times the number of t-shirts B has to be less than or equal to how much you have to spend. And that's the 60 minus the 22.
So let's say it again, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
8B.
The $8 per t-shirt
Yeah,
multiplied times the variable B that you're calling t-shirts,
yeah.
that has to be less than or
Oh,
equal to what you have to spend. And
okay.
what you have to spend is your original $60
Yeah.
minus the cost of the jeans.
Okay. Oh,
You got it?
yeah.
So you taking all this variable here and translating it to the inequality. So
Okay.
$8 per t-shirt times the number of t-shirts that we're calling B, and that
Yes.
could be any variable you want, it's got to be less than or equal to the difference between the
Oh,
$60 you
okay.
started with and the cost of the pair of jeans.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, that's smarter to do it. Yeah.
Okay, now let's just put here, okay, and you already subtracted that and you told me that was what, 38?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just move that over and put our 38. And then you tell me what is B. What is B?
B is 4.75. Both of them correct.
What is B?
4.75.
4 point. Oh, okay. So you solve for B. Okay, let me just put that here. Sorry about the phone. Let me turn this down. Someone's calling me, but I can't talk to them now. Okay, let me turn this down so it doesn't disturb. Okay. Okay, so when you divided that out, let me just copy that there. What did you get, Mercedes?
I get 4.75.
Okay. So you got B dividing 8 into 38, and you got 4.75, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how many t-shirts can he buy?
That's 4 t-shirts and you have change.
That's right. He can buy 4 t-shirts because he can't buy a fraction of a t-shirt, right?
That's right.
So he has $38 left, and with that $38, he can buy 4
4 t-shirts.
t-shirts. That's your answer there. Okay. Because 4 times 8 is 32, but 5 times 8 is 40. You don't have $40 left, right?
No.
Got it?
Okay, so that's all you set out the equation.
That's how you set up the equation now, inequality. Cost per t-shirt times number of t-shirts has to be less than or equal to the difference between what you started with $60 and what you spent for the jeans. Questions? Maureen, you okay?
Yeah.
Did you get the answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, just to put out, Miss Barbara, 8b less than or equal to 60 minus 22. How would
Mhm.
you work out that?
Because at most $60. So you started with $60.
Oh,
That means
no, no,
less than or equal to $60 is what Rich has to spend
no,
on clothes.
no, Miss
But
Barbara. That's
yes,
the question I'm asking. Like when you put it out there,
you mean the 60 minus 22?
yes, like when you just put B, 8b less than or equal to 60 minus 22. Suppose you put it there for us to work that out to get an answer. What would question you to ask us to get the answer?
No, no. For a question like this, I would probably give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay. And I say, what is it? What is the equality? Write the equality for the number of t-shirts Rich can buy. So I'd list like 4 choices and you pick the right one. Now I
Okay.
may have it 8 be less than or equal 38. Then I may have 8 be less than or equal to negative 38 to make sure you're doing your signs right. Right?
Okay.
You
Okay.
got it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I will have a combination of choices and you pick the right inequality.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's got to be less than or equal. That's the key. You can't spend more than what you have.
Okay.
That
Because
would be a greater than
I
or
was looking at
equal.
60 and say it is greater than. That's why I say greater than you.
That's it. But you can't spend more than what you have.
So you have to be less than.
That's it.
Equal.
Less than or equal. You can spend up to 60, look at it that way, but not over 60. And over 60 is greater than or equal. You got it?
Yes, so the answer is B is greater, less than, or equal to. 4.75.
75. So that tells you you can buy 4 t-shirts because you can't buy a fraction of a t-shirt,
That's right.
right?
Yes.
You were asking another time about when you round up or round down. See, this you have to round down because you can't buy a
Yes.
fraction of the t-shirt. Either buy a whole t-shirt or you don't buy a t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay. Questions? All
No,
right.
thank
Now I want you to try the next one. Maureen,
Yeah.
you ready for this one?
That's
Now
right.
this one, I'm not asking you to do the inequality. I'm asking you to find the maximum number of science workbooks you can buy. Now you gotta have your budget here, right? What's your budget?
240 per
240
class.
per class. That's right. So you need that. And you buying math and science workbooks. So you've got to know the cost of both of them, right?
Yeah.
So look here, the math costs 10, the science costs 12. Now, if you buy 12 math workbooks, Maureen, how much do you spend?
Let's see, 12.
How much money do you spend for 12 math workbooks?
Right, hold on.
you.
Mental math here.
I know.
Nice, simple numbers, right?
No,
Yeah.
they got to divide 12 into 240.
Wait a minute, Maureen.
No, that's not what she asked you.
Wait a minute. I said,
And
how much would you spend for 12 math workbooks?
what's it, math book? Uh, 12 multiplied by 10
That's right.
is
So how much is
120.
that?
120.
120. So if you started out with 240, how much do you have left?
120.
Okay, now if your science workbook costs $12 each, how many can you buy with that 120?
Let's see, 120. 10.
That's it, 10. See, I gave you nice, easy numbers, not the math, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So,
by 240 is 120.
yes, Mercedes, you get the answer?
I got the answer already before you.
Yeah, this was definitely Mr. Math. 240, and you spent 120 on math workbooks. That was 240 minus 120, right? So you have 120 to buy science workbooks, right? But you know how much your science workbooks cost. They cost $12. So you just take that 120, and what do you do, Maureen, with that 120? What
Divide
operation?
it
Go ahead.
or multiply 10. Let me see.
No, Maureen, you said it before.
You divide
Divide what?
12 into 120.
That's right. 120 divided by 12, and that gives you
10.
10 science
Science.
workbooks, right?
Yeah.
So what's the other question? Is it saying maths workbook cost $10 and a science book costs, does it mean one science book?
A, what does A mean?
Okay, one.
That means one. A math workbook costs 10, and a science workbook costs 12, right? So they're
Yes.
telling you a math workbook, one workbook For math costs
for
10.
$20.
One workbook for science costs 12.
So the question is how much money left back, Miss Barbara, from the 240?
No, what does the question? Read the question. It's right here.
Oh,
What is
what
the
is the
maximum number of science workbooks you can buy?
Oh,
The maximum number is 10. Because you've
yeah.
got $120 left after you buy the math workbooks.
Yes, you
So
still
you
can
can buy a
at least,
maximum of 10 science workbooks.
yeah,
Got it?
elemental math for sure.
Okay. Now, let me just change this for you. I'll just keep, okay. I'll give you a different budget. Okay. Budget, $350. Stay with science and workbooks. Science is $20. Okay. Math is $30. Right? Okay. Bought 20 math books. Now, how many science books can you buy? Max number.
Budget is 350.
Find
20 cents.
max number of science books.
Oh boy.
Okay, so the science books cost $20 each. The math books cost $30. You bought 20 math books. You want to know the max number of science books you can buy. I want you to do that one. Same kind of problem, except I gave you different figures to work with. Okay,
Okay.
so you got a budget, 350. All right. The science is 20, the math is 30. You bought 20 math books.
Mhm.
Wait.
Now, I made an error here, but I made it intentionally to see if you're going to spot it,
Yeah, because you have science $20,
right?
maths $30, and then you have bought 20 maths books.
So what's the error I made there?
The error you shouldn't have $20.
We shouldn't have what?
$20.
No. Maureen, do you see the error?
Science costs 20, math costs 30.
Or is
You should, I don't know, you should have put like 30 math books.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
The error, look here, if a math book costs 30
Mhm.
and I buy 20, how much money do I need?
Oh,
$600. I don't have a big enough budget.
I know, yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to see if you see.
Oh, is the maths not the, it shouldn't be the 20, the science. It should be the
No, the
maths.
science is okay. I want to leave it
Yeah,
at
it's the
20.
maths.
But the
So it's
thing is, at $30 in the math book, I can't buy 20. I don't have enough money. My budget is
that is
$350.
that is
That's
$600.
$600.
Yes. So that one is wrong. The
Okay,
math you should say
here we go. 10.
how much how much
Same problem, except I changed it to 10. Now I'm within my budget, right?
yeah.
So what's the answer? How many science books can I buy?
So it was a science book now. 10 science book. What? Oh, $20 for one science book.
Yes.
So the science book would be $200 from 350, leave 150. So you're gonna figure out how much maths book can the 150 purchase. Am I in the right line?
Nope.
No?
They buy 35 math books.
Oh,
What?
let's see something. What did you say? No, 35 maths book. No, 5 maths book. Go back and do it again. You miss a number.
Okay. Let me copy this on the next slide so you can do it.
Divide 350.
Okay. Now let's see if I can copy that there. Okay, here we go.
So
Here
first of
is your
all,
budget. Make this bigger. You got an answer? I thought you would have had an
I
answer.
give you an answer already.
What's the answer? How many science books can you buy, Mercedes?
5.
How did
If
you
one
get
is,
5?
if one is for $30. Oh, I mean the maths book. I mix it up. I mix it with the books.
The
But
math books is
but,
$30.
guys,
I see what you do.
first of all, oh, what did I do again? Well, I did it right because
What did you do, Mercedes?
I just did it and get the answer. I get 120 out of 350.
How did you get 120? What did you get, Maureen?
Let me do it again.
Let me
Oh, it's
see.
try to slip me again. What did I do? Okay. Oh, I know what I did now.
What did
Uh,
you do, Mercedes?
something's across. Okay, it's across stream. It
You
moved
got to
now.
divide
If
350.
if 10 maths book,
Then let me see, math books is
maths book for
$30.
$30. 30 times 10 is how much, Marine?
The 300.
Okay. So 300
So
from 300 from 300 from 350 leave $50.
So
Okay.
how many science books you can buy?
So one science book is how much? $20. So only
two.
one,
2. That's the answer.
two leave 10.
You can only buy 2
Two.
science books.
No, what I did, miss, I put the science book money in the wrong place and the math book money in the wrong
You
place.
got to be careful with the word problems, right?
Yeah, I put
The
them in the
budget, I gave
no,
you nice numbers here because the
yeah,
budget is
no. It's
350.
okay. It's okay. The only thing is that my answer, if it was that way, would be still correct. But I just put the numbers in the wrong place. But I have an idea how you do it.
No, because right away you got your math 30 times 10. That's $300 you spend on
Yes,
just math
yes,
books.
yes,
But if you've got a budget of 350, you only have $50 left. But if
yeah.
one science book costs 20, you
$20,
can't
20,
buy
20,
only 2
40.
because 3 costs 60, right?
Yeah.
So your answer
And
is 2.
and you exchange is
Exactly what
$10.
Maureen said. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
So this points out now when you're reading word problems, you've got to, that's why
Look
it's nice to kind
carefully.
of underline things.
Yeah,
30
write them
and
out.
then
It's best to write
science
them.
20, math 30, and 10 math books is going to cost you 10 times 30 or 300.
When
That
I
only
did this,
leaves you
I didn't write. I was
$50.
miss. I didn't write them out. I was trying to do it mental math, and I mix up the
Yeah, you
two.
can do it mental. You can do it mental. You just got to multiply 30 by 10 and get 300, right, Mercedes?
Yes.
Because you were saying 150. I don't know where you get 150.
No, because I multiply it the other way around. That's why.
How did you
So
get
that
150?
that way around would be what I do to get 150. I multiply
I
it.
don't know how you got 150. That's what I'm asking. How did you get
That's why
150?
I was telling it. I put the 20 in the 30 place and the 30 in the 20 place.
But that wouldn't give you 150. Because if that was 20, 20 times 10 is 200.
All right, let me
I
see
don't
how much it
understand how
is.
you got the one, the 150. Because if you made a mistake and say your math was 20, then for 10 math books, that's 20 times 10 or 200. Oh, and then the 200 from the 350 is
Yeah, yeah.
150. That's the
I
150.
made an error with that number.
Yeah, and yeah, well, that's well. If you subtract the 200 from 350, you get 150,
Yeah.
and you're
And if you
using that
multiply
to buy
10
the
by
science
30,
books.
it's still
Yeah.
300.
Okay.
It's a mistake with the number I did.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I understand how to do it anyway.
Okay. The important thing is that you know how to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, okay. Another problem. Now, Maureen, read this problem. Think about it. Tell me how you would solve it.
Okay, Pablo met 300 a day and worked 20 days a month, but he is fined $20 every day he is late. How many days can he be late if he wants to make at least 5,910?
Now, at
Okay,
least mean greater than or equal.
yeah.
All right. At least. Right, Mercedes? At
At
least.
least
That's
greater.
greater than or equal.
Yeah. So he made $300 a day. Uh,
Hmm.
He made $300 a day, right?
Yes.
Will you find
And he
And
works
work
toward
20
20
hours a
days,
day.
no, 20 days a month.
20
but
days.
find
So you're going to
$20
need
each
that,
day is late?
300 a day and 20 days a month. Okay. So you're going to need that. Okay. He's fined $20 every day he's late.
Yeah.
So how many days can he
How many days can he be late
if he was
and
late?
make, let's see.
I don't get that. How many days can he
Okay.
be
He
late?
worked for $3,
Every
three.
Go ahead, Maureen.
It's $3 a day, right?
300 a
100.
day,
300 a day.
and he works 20 days a month,
And work 20 days a month.
but he is
Yes.
fined $20 every day he is late. How many days can he be late if
Oh,
he wants to
got it.
make at least
Make 300 a day.
$5,910?
So you got to just do this.
At least is greater than or equal.
So he made $300 a day and work for 20 hours. So you multiply the 300 by 20, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Good start, Maureen. Let me get my greater than or equal. So you know you've got to put that there. At least is greater than or equal. So you know you got a greater than or equal here. So let me just put it here. Okay, greater than or equal. And you tell me what goes in front of it, what goes behind it. Okay. Let's put the
So
greater than or equal, make that bigger. And then what goes in front of it and what goes behind it. Maureen, you got off to a good start.
he made $300 a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And work for 20 days a month. So that's three. That is um less than.
Well,
So
it's got at least is greater than or equal.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, over here it says he wants to make that $5,910. So that
Uh-huh.
will go after that, right?
okay.
Now,
Yeah.
what goes in front of it?
How much he made?
You,
20
yeah,
days.
yeah,
Yeah.
you said it, Maureen.
Yeah.
You said it. The 300.
Yeah. Multiply by 20.
That's right.
You
Times
get
20.
600.
Times 20. Now he gets a penalty when he's late. So we're subtracting out
You
what?
got to make that little bigger because that's very funny. You can't see
Yeah,
that.
no, I'll make it bigger. I'm just
Okay.
getting it in here. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, this
and
is
let's say $20, and you can call it D, the variable, right? Okay, let me just make that bigger. Okay, so now you've got your inequality set up, and I need you to solve it. Solve the inequality. Now the inequality is $300 a day times 20 days. That's how much he makes. His fine is $20 per day. So that's subtracted, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking for days. How many days can he be late if he wants to make at least $5,910? So I need you to solve this inequality for D. So you know what you do first, right?
Subtract 20 from both sides.
No, Maureen,
No.
that's a 20D.
How many days can he
Well,
be
you
late?
multiply your 300 times your 20 first. That
Yeah.
gives you what?
6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
Keep going. Minus 20D greater than or equal to 5,910.
Okay. Minus $20. How many days? How many days can he be late if he want to make at least that? Okay.
So solve for the D. Tell me what you get for D. That's the number of days he can be late and make that $5,910. Anybody solve for the D? You put the 6,000, right? Let's put the 6,000. Keep going after the 6,000. 6,000 minus 20.
And he is 4,000.
D. Where are you getting 4,000 from, Maureen? Where are you getting 4,000?
By subtracting 20.
Maureen, that's a 20D.
Oh.
That's a 20, the variable. What would you do at this point, Mercedes?
Divide.
Subtract both sides by 5910.
What?
Subtract 10D.
Divide both sides by 20.
Subtract that from the 6,000.
Subtract what?
The 5910.
Yeah, do that. Subtract the 5910 from both sides, actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going. Did you do that, Mercedes?
Just a slight different way. I'm just watching you because I don't know if I'm
Well,
gonna
you want to get your variables.
one
The
to
variable is already here. You need to get your constant over here, right? So you could minus the 6,000, right?
Yeah, 5, 9, 10 from 6,000.
So that is
You could subtract the
1.
6,000 from both sides
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
because that would get your constants together, Maureen,
Yeah.
right?
So you slash that out and
Okay, minus 6,000. And also on the right, minus 6,000.
yeah.
And what do you have left on the left side?
20D
Minus 20D.
minus 20D.
Can't throw away that sign. So that's a minus. Let's put that minus 20D because 6,000 plus and a 6,000 minus gives you 0. That's minus 20D greater than or equal. And when you subtract that, what do you get, Maureen? On the right side.
You mean 20 different. 20 is D.
No, no.
Oh, if
No.
I'm,
Right on the right side.
oh,
5910, 5,910 minus 6,000. What does that give you?
I get 90.
Plus or minus?
Let's see how many days can be. Minus.
That's right, minus. Minus 90. Now solve for G. What do?
Okay.
Mercedes, you know?
Subtract 20D.
No, no. Why would you subtract? This is multiplication, Maureen.
Oh,
4 days.
Minus 20D says minus 20 multiplied by D. Opposite of
oh,
multiplication is division.
uh-huh.
So you divide both sides by minus 20,
20. Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what would that give you? D. And let me just put this here. Of
Equal.
course, you got to change this because you're dividing by negative, right? So minus 90 over 20 is what?
4.5.
Yeah, minus 90 divided by minus 20.
19.
What's that equal to, Mercedes?
4.5.
Okay, 4.5.
Yeah.
So you want to find out how many days?
Okay, 4.5. But since we divided by a negative, this becomes less than, right? Less than or equal 4.5. So D then will be less than or equal to 4.5 because we divided by a negative. So how many days can he be late?
I don't know. 4.5 days. That's what it meant.
How many days can he be late?
I have to get the answer. I have to get. For me to answer you, I would have to prove how to get
4
back
days.
4
510.
days, that's right.
I want to prove how to get back the 5, 9, 10.
Okay, so this, we reverse that, that's 4D less than or equal 4.5. So he can only be late 4 days.
So you have to
So
drop the half.
no, you don't drop it. You just can't have no fraction of a day.
Okay,
So 4 days
4 days.
late.
If you're not gonna get paid for half a day, you have to be a full day.
No, you can only, Pablo can only be late 4
4 days.
days if he wants to make $5,910. Got
Oh,
it?
so if he's not late, none at all, he make the 6,000, right?
But what did it say?
If he never late, he will make 6,000 then.
But what it says, he's only fine when he's late.
Yeah.
So if he's on time, he doesn't get a fine. Right?
If he doesn't get a fine, that means he's gonna make 6,000.
Well, that's what he makes. The 6,000 he makes without a deduction.
Oh, so he
If
doesn't
he's,
want to make less than
but he
5,000.
wants to make at least
5.
5,910
Okay.
for the month. I mean,
Okay.
the 20 days.
Okay.
Yeah, he set a goal to make at least $5,910 for that 20 days a month, right? So
Yes.
he says, well, if I want to make my goals here, I can't be late more than 4 days because then I get deductions. Okay. And I'll be under my 5,910.
Mr. Barbara, after you finish recording, I want to ask you a question pertaining to
Okay.
work.
All right.
When you stop recording.
Any questions on number 3?
This is smart.
Maureen, you got started with the 300 times 200 because that's how much he makes for the 20 days. It's just that if he's late, we get deductions, right? And the deductions are $20 for every day he's late. Okay, now let's look at, now, you remember how we graph numbers on inequalities on a number line?
Miss Barbara,
Mm.
before you move on, I did reach to 90 now, miss, and I was there wondering what to do next if I should. I
I'm
was
sorry.
doubting whether I should divide by the 20. That's why I stopped talking.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
when
here?
I reached to 90 and I stopped. I
Oh,
was,
but see, Mercedes, that's a multiplication. Opposite
yeah,
of multiplication is a
I know, I
division.
know, I know. Right away, what that was
She's
doubting.
writing it off.
Yeah, and Maureen said subtract, but see, that's not an addition. Remember,
No, the two
one of the
numbers.
most common multiplication
Shine.
modes is the side by side.
Side. Yeah, yeah.
Minus 20D means minus 20 times D. So then divide,
The
not
opposite.
subtract. You
Yes,
use subtract when you're adding, and you use adding when you're subtracting. But when you're
yes,
in multiplication, you use division, or if you're dividing, you use multiplication. Got
here.
it? That's
Yes.
how you pair them. And
The
this
sign,
would,
I didn't sure what sign to put, whether to put it greater than or less than equal to. That's why I stopped at 90.
well, at least means what? Greater than or
Mm,
equal.
yes.
Remember I gave you a list?
Yes, you did. I'm gonna
At
find my
least, greater than or equal, at most, less than or equal. Okay.
yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, you remember how we graph on the number line? Anybody remember?
I think so.
How do we graph on the number line inequalities? How do we show y less than 6?
Well,
Maureen, you remember?
we
I hear what you say.
How do we show y less than 6 on this number line? Remember, we've got to put a
the circle,
opened a
or closed
closed
circle. Yeah.
circle, and then we put it in the direction to show whether it's a less than or greater than. So tell me where to put the circle, and tell me if it's shaded or not, and tell me the direction it goes in for y less than 6. Maureen, where
Why
would I put the circle?
on the not on this side that got the plane, the on the side that got the positive
Tell me the number.
6.
You put it on the 6. Okay, so let's just go here, and I'll put it here. Okay, and it's open, right? Because
Yeah.
less than or greater than is open. Now, if my number is less than 6, which way would I go, Maureen? Right to left or left to right?
Right to left.
Right to left. So that means this would go this way. Let's see. Oh, this is all less than, okay? All those numbers that follow there are less than 6. And note, this does not include the 6. Mercedes, you clear?
Yes, from right to left because it's less.
Less than, like a 5 is less than a 6, a 0
Yeah.
is less than a 6, a -3 is less than a 6. So, and it's open because it's less than. Less than or greater
Oh.
than, open.
So when it's greater, it's you shade it
No,
in.
no. Less than or
It's
greater than is open. Less than or equal or greater than or equal is closed.
say that again one time, Barbara.
Less than is open,
Yes,
greater than is
it's closed.
open,
Okay.
less than or equal
So
or greater than or equal are closed. And it includes where you put the dot, because we said greater than or equal. Whereas if it's open, it doesn't include the 6. It only includes what's less than the 6. Got it?
I don't get all of it straight, but I would have to see it in the number line to understand it better. I understand that part with the 6.
You understand with the 6, right? Because it said
Yes.
less than 6, but it does not include the 6. The only time you'd include the number if it's a greater than or equal or a less than or equal.
Oh,
You got it?
okay. So the 6 is less than. So you
So
don't
the
include
y,
it.
any value on this number line less than 6 will be all these numbers that come at the left of the 6.
Yes.
Okay. If I had said greater than 6, then it would just go in the other direction and it would just be the 7 and anything else
Oh,
greater.
yeah. Yeah. Got you.
Got
Got
it?
you. I just say greater than I picture
Mhm.
it. Yes.
Yeah. Less than or either greater than does not include the number in the inequality. But when you say greater than or equal, less than equal, then it includes the number. You got it?
Yes, miss. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's look at, I think I have another one here that maybe. Okay. Now here is a less than or equal 4. Maureen, tell me,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, Mercedes, tell me what to write on this number line.
I was
Tell me,
just happy to say Marine.
Mercedes.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay, I was saying I was happy to say Marine.
No, a less than or equal 4. Now I just went through the difference. So tell me where to put the circle. Tell me if it's open or closed. Tell me the direction of the arrow.
The A is less than
Or
or
equal 4.
so you're gonna put it on over 4, a circle of 4,
Okay, so I
open
put a
circle.
circle over the 4. Ready? Okay, so here we go. All right, is open or closed?
Open.
No, less than or equal and greater than or equal, closed, remember?
Okay. Less than or equal, less than.
Less than or equal, greater than or equal, always closed, and it includes the number. So when we say
Oh,
less
because
than, go ahead.
it's open towards the 4. So that's saying the 4 is greater.
No, a less than or equal to 4. That means the value is 4
But
or
A
it's
less
less
than.
than 4. So which way do I go? Right to left or left to right, Maureen?
Left.
Sorry, Mercedes.
You go left.
Yeah, go to the left, right? All these numbers are less than 4. And if it's on 4, that's the equal. So it could be equal to the 4 or it could be less than the 4. Whereas the other way, it did include where we saw the dot. But this
Okay.
way it includes it because it says less than or equal. You got it?
Okay. Look at it again.
Less
Oh.
than or equal. Shaded.
So A
It
must be less than or equal to the 4.
yes, so A can be equal to 4. Right here, it's on it. It could be the 4, or it could be all these numbers right here that are less than the 4, like a 2 or a -2 or a -1. All those numbers are less than the number 4. Got it?
Okay.
Is that clear, Mercedes?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Yeah. So just so the way this works is usually I'll give you the number line and then I ask you to pick out which inequality matches it. And if you see a shaded, then you know it's got to be a less than or equal or greater than or equal. If your choices are less than or greater than, you can eliminate those because they're not included, right? So your answers have to be either less than or equal or greater than or equal. Got it?
Okay.
Questions? Maureen, you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Miss Barbara.
All right. Let's go to, okay. All right, Maureen, greater than or equal to -2. Tell me what to write, what is it shaded, or if it's not shaded, where do I put it? What direction does my arrow go? My number line.
Oh, I think you go left
First of all, tell me where to put the dot.
by the -2.
Okay, so I put the dot here. That's correct. Shaded or unshaded?
Um, I think shaded.
Right, very good, because greater than or equal or less than or equal, always shaded. It includes the number itself. So greater than or equal to -2. Which way do I go on the number line with my arrow? Left
The
to right or right to left? This
left
way
to
or
left to
this way?
right.
Left to right, because that way all these numbers after are greater than 2. Okay, there we go. Okay, they
So
all
B is
greater.
greater than or equal to 2.
Greater than or equal to 2. All these numbers here are greater than or equal to 2. Because if it's shaded, then it includes this -2 also, right? And all these numbers, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are all greater than the -2. Anything that follows the -2 on the left, those are less than. See, a -3 is less than a -2. A -5 is less than a -2. Remember, on the number line, farther away you get from 0 here, the smaller your number is. On the right side, farther away you get it, the bigger your number is.
So 2 there now is what again?
The B value, or greater than or equal to 2, would be the -2 and all these other numbers at the right of it that are greater than it. Okay, and it's on the -2 and it says greater than or equal. So if it's equal to a -2 or any of these numbers greater than a -2
So
would
B is
satisfy.
greater than or equal to 2.
-2.
Okay, -2.
-2. Be careful with your signs, because -2, I am on the left side of the 0 on the number line, whereas positive, I'm on the right side. Okay.
So we're going to say B is greater than or equal to.
Yes, greater than or equal to. That's what this inequality symbol is. Greater than or equal. Greater than or equal.
To
It's
-2.
the -2, right? So if you see it shaded, then the inequality sign has to be a greater than or equal or less than or equal. You know that right away. If it's a shaded dot, you know it's got to be either greater than or equal or less than or equal. Got it?
Okay.
And you look at the direction of the line to know if it's increasing or decreasing. If it's greater than or equal, the number should be increasing. If it's less than or equal, the number should be decreasing. Got it?
Yes.
Questions?
No, thank you, Miss Barbara.
Okay, now we want to look at, I think what I had here, let's see. Okay. All right, now we want to convert some mathematical sentences to arithmetic expressions and show them as inequalities. So you read this expression and tell me which choice matches it. So Maureen, I'll give you a couple of minutes. You read this and tell me which one is correct.
Okay. Let's see. A number Z is multiplied by 4. Then A is subtract from the result. The final answer is greater than or equal Okay.
So what would be your answer?
A number.
A, B, C, or D?
Okay, a number multiplied.
By 4.
A
Okay.
number Z is multiplied by 4.
Uh-huh.
8 is subtracted from the result. The final answer is greater than or equal to 28.
Good. So the number is eight. No.
A says,
No, no. Oh, you said it's subtract. Oh, the answer got to be, let's see, 42 is, oh, if the final answer is greater than or equal to. So it got to be D.
that's right, it's D. Because
Yeah.
number Z is multiplied by 4.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are here. And then 8 is subtracted from that result. And greater than or equal is that symbol. So that's your
Yeah,
answer.
because 4 times 8 is 32. Take away that, you get 28.
No, you're not solving anything here.
I
You're
know,
just
but sometimes
matching
if
the
I don't
what.
go there, I don't understand it. I have to go
Okay.
there fully if as I don't understand what I'm doing. I
No,
always that's how I get it.
Mercedes, when it
Yeah.
says a number Z is multiplied by 4, what is that in math?
And the maths, when you say a number,
A number Z is multiplied by 4. What is that?
what is the Z?
Yeah, no, no. What is that in math terms? That's verbal. What would that be in math terms? A number Z is multiplied by 4.
In math term, that means the Z is a number that multiply, that 4 multiply to
So
get another.
what would it look like? Tell me the expression that matches this, the math expression.
I would like say 4 times, it would be 4 times 8.
Where are you getting an 8 from?
No, 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 no.
A number Z, that's the
Yeah.
variable, is multiplied by 4. That would just be 4Z. That's
Oh
multiplication,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. 4Z. I'm thinking beyond that.
Yeah, it's just 4Z. Side
Yeah,
by side multiplication.
yeah.
Then
I
you
know.
subtracted 8, so you subtracted 8 from that 4Z, and it says greater than or equal, and the greater than or equal is the symbol 28, right?
Okay.
Now, B is saying 8, a number Z is multiplied by 8, and 4 is subtracted from it, right? And A is saying 8 is subtracted from a number Z and then multiplied by 4. So that's not the same as what we just said here.
Yeah, I think I see this, and I did get choose the D for the answer.
Okay, so that's answer D. Make that
So D is greater than or equal to.
okay, make that bigger. So the answer is that Maureen
D.
said is G. Okay,
Okay.
make that bigger. Okay, now let's try another one. Okay, Mercedes, what's the answer for this one?
6 is added to 6 is added to a number. 6 is added to a number x. That is 6 plus
Added, that's a
We
plus,
do
right?
those, Miss Barbara, you know we do these here already, right?
Hmm? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You're reviewing.
but this is a review, so
She's
Oh,
told
oh,
review. Then the result is multiplied by 9.
what's the answer, Mercedes?
I had a number before. Let me think it out again. The result is multiplied by 9. The final answer is greater than 90. Okay. Final number is greater than
Which
9.
one is 6x added to a number X?
6 added to a number X. Is the answer I have two number in mind.
There's only two that say 6 added to a number X. What are those two choices, Belsadie?
These one.
No, that's 9 added to X. D
So
is
I'm not
not
sure
one of them.
okay, Lordy.
6 is
Okay, nine
added to
B and C.
B and C. That's the only two choices, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And it says greater than 99. So which one says greater than 99?
That's B.
B. That's the answer.
Yes.
Answer B.
I didn't look carefully when I was putting the 6 outside the
Yeah, but you do the first one,
actually
6
I did
added to a number X, and that's not true of A, and that's not true of D. So you
D.
can eliminate B and C. Got it?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now let's see if I have them. Okay, so we will stop here. And
What time is it?
any questions on anything we've gone over? Because the next thing is your quiz that I have emails to you. All right. Any questions on anything we've gone over? Inequalities, number line, graphing on the number line. Okay.
You say you sent me a quiz?
Yes, there's a quiz for today,
You
Maureen.
sent to us already?
Yeah, I sent it. I
What?
emailed it.
Ben, you sent it?
She
I
said
just
she
sent it
emailed it.
today.
I'm just
Oh,
checking.
but you're funny. You're
I didn't-
funny,
So,
Dave.
so, okay, so I want you to do the quiz. We'll use the, let's see, it's about 2:12. We'll use the rest of the time unless you have any questions to do the quiz. You have any questions on anything we've gone over?
let me just see if I make sure I have it first before you leave. Come on, Dave.
No, I sent it to you. That way you can control how you do them. If you want to skip and do some before others or whatever, you're not limited to it being on the screen and
Okay, say quiz number 2, miss.
yes.
Okay, so
Maureen, you see it?
you want us to do it and then send the answer to you, right?
Yes, you can
After the
text me
class
the answer, or you can
today.
actually text me the answers, or you can put them in the chat.
You mean now? Start now?
Yes, you can
Oh,
start right now.
beg your
Yes.
pardon.
Mhm. No, I'll stop the recording during the quiz. Any questions on anything?
No, miss.
Okay, so I'll stop the recording.